We've talked on the YouTube channel in the past, guys, about Starfield, one of the upcoming titles by Bethesda, which a lot of people are really excited about, even though we haven't heard a lot yet as far as, everything that the game encompasses, and we really haven't seen further clarification on, as far as like gameplay. We haven't seen even we've seen an announcement trailer, but we haven't necessarily seen like in-depth analysis of what's going on here in this world. And so with that, guys, I wanted to go ahead and do the top 5 things that we want in Starfield. And this is a very early edition of this, guys, because we don't know much as of yet about Starfield. But I will tell you that I'm very excited about this title, to say the least. And the 5 things that we want, I'm going to give you guys my opinions here. Some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. Let me know in the comment section down below what 5 things that you guys want to see in Starfield. So let's get into it. So to start off, guys, I think at number 1 for me is what I think is really important is obviously, and Bethesda being one of these companies that does this typically, they've kind of gone off a little bit from doing this, but having a fully fleshed out campaign I think is incredibly important for Starfield. Now, I'm assuming there will be a campaign here for Starfield, but we know from, other games in the past, we know more recently Fallout 76, being a multiplayer primary experience, I would much rather see Starfield kind of go back to what Bethesda knows how to do best, that being a really strong story here. So at number 1 for me, guys, is having a strong campaign, something that's really explaining, of course, everything that's going on in this world, where we're able to kind of really connect with characters and such, and kind of sets us up for a potential new franchise that Bethesda owns. Coming in at number 2 for me, guys, is a full open world setting. So I think when we look at, the games that Bethesda does really well, we look at Fallout, even though Fallout 76, I know people have their thoughts about that, whether positive or negative, but overall Fallout has been one of those franchises that has really done a great job of the open world setting. And so I think that people really want to see a continuation of that, of having elements of an open world where we're able to explore the world and really be able to traverse in one way or another, and having a multitude of different things to do along the journey that is the campaign and the experience of playing Starfield. So I'm hoping we get an open world setting, or open kind of space in space, so to speak, because it looks like there very well might be time that we're going to be doing in space, which is a possibility. We don't know that for sure yet, but either way, I just hope that we have like kind of free roam where we can really explore this world as a whole. Coming in, guys, at number 3 for me, another thing that I do think that is important when you're building a franchise from, the very, beginning foundations, I think it's important that you have a full package here, so it really attracts more and more people. So obviously having a campaign, I think, is going to be really important for, Starfield, but I also think having co-op as well as multiplayer experiences within Starfield is going to be really important. Now, we've seen, some successes with Bethesda, that being like Elder Scrolls Online, and we've seen some failures, that being Fallout 76, even though you can't necessarily say it's a full-blown failure, but at the end of the day, it was definitely not as well received as some of their other online modes. And so what I'll say with Starfield is, when you're starting this franchise, I think it's important that you start off with really justifying that $60 price tag, that this is going to be a fully fleshed out campaign, this is going to be co-op experiences and co-op missions, it's going to be multiplayer experiences where you can play with your friends or with other people out there. Whether it's called Starfield Online or something of that nature, we don't know, but I do think that having some form of multiplayer where after you're done with the main story, you can come back to Starfield and continue playing and experiencing this world from a multiplayer perspective, a co-op perspective, I think is going to be really important with this franchise moving forward. And then coming in, guys, at number 4 for me, I think with Starfield, we're talking about a game that seems like it's going to be dealt somewhat in space, and we don't know exactly what that's all going to entail, but I'm hoping at least that we get to explore multiple worlds. And so with that, guys, I'm hoping Starfield's one of those games where we're able to not only enjoy the experience from one planet, but we're also going to other planets out there. This seems to me, even though we just got very, just a sneak peek of this game as a whole, I think it's important that, and I think that it would be really great, even though it doesn't necessarily have to be, I would love to be able to explore this universe that they're creating in Starfield. I think it could be something really special, guys. I would love to be able to have, of course, different, locations, different types of environments, even different planets that we're exploring around, I think could be really special at the end of the day. And so I'm hoping that we're able to explore multiple worlds in Starfield. And, some of their other titles out there, that being Bethesda, I wouldn't say that you need to be exploring other worlds, but with Starfield and when this emphasis, it seems that there's going to be this space element to it, I think would be really special if you added that you're able to explore on multiple planets. And with that, guys, comes number 5. And I think with number 5, guys, we've seen this in the grand landscape of AAA titles out there. There are either elements or they are completely free to play. And what I will say is with Starfield, I'm not anticipating a fully free-to-play game here. I'm expecting we're going to have to pay the $60 price tag for Starfield, but what I would like to see is free-to-play elements of Starfield, that being like the Starfield Online elements or something of that nature where it's free-to-play that more and more people can at least try it out. I also think it's going to be really important moving forward in the gaming industry for new games and new IPs that are coming out to have ways that they're really able to get more and more people to try the game out. Even a game that, more recently, a Battle Royale game called Hyperscape came out by Ubisoft, and this is a game that's another free-to-play experience. And the fact of the matter is it might not be as big as, say, Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone or, some of these other free-to-play Battle Royales or just free-to-play games in general. However, more and more people are at least trying it out, and I'm sure that's really, paying off for Ubisoft in the end. But what I'm getting at is if Starfield has free-to-play elements like the multiplayer experiences, you're going to have more and more people come and try it, and then you're going to have more and more people that stay there that are concurrent players, and, they come back over and over again after being the campaign, or they just enjoy the multiplayer. Whatever the case might be, I think having free-to-play elements to this game is going to be a great way to start off this franchise. But those are my 5 things that I want to see in Starfield, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what your top 5 things are that you want to see in Starfield. Let's have a real conversation about it. And for more Starfield content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.